No audio, are you serious? Now we have audio. Okay. Holy shit. So rusty. I've only been gone for 5 days. Why am I so rusty? Alright, audio's back. Let me redo the intro again. Okay? Embarrassing. Okay. Just checking again. Okay. Brain fart. Brain fart. Brain not braining. Yeah. Okay, audio here. Okay. Protolis. Oh, audio's back. Time to stop gooning. Protolis is here. I'm so glad to see you. I'm actually surprised you're here watching me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, redoing the intro. BTC currently at 91,455. As I have spoken whilst I was in Bali on Monday, very confidently the market will pump. Alright, at the time this Monday when I was live streaming in Bali, BTC's price was at 87k. I projected that the price could, we might be seeing a relief rally towards 50% of the swing high of 116 down towards 80k. Where's the 50% of that? It lies somewhere here, 98k. Lower range would be 96k, upper range would be 100k. That would be the base case scenario we are expecting to see. Now, are we going to see a new all-time high from here? That will be another discussion down the line. Okay, down the line. Because what the market has done in the past 2 months. Let me see. CoinGlass, monthly returns. Yeah. Here we go. Red October. Assuming we're going to close red this November as well. Sort of postponed the new all-time high for BTC. Okay, and this kind of strengthens the theory that the 4-year cycle is out the window. Okay, it's Wall Street season, baby. All right. So we're expecting to see perhaps in the next week, next 2 weeks, maybe even until Christmas, price would at least come back towards these ranges to, towards 98k, 100k, and then range there. Because the concept, ladies and gentlemen, is very simple. Crypto, and by that when I mean crypto, I mean BTC. The only narrative here is the interest rates, okay, which is crazy. They've done a full 360, saying now they're opting for a rate cut, right? Last week you saw the odds. 70% hold rates at 4%. Now 84.9% opting for a 25 basis point cut, which is crazy. And I'm not going to be surprised by next FOMC meeting, let's say maybe next week, they might switch it up again. Okay, they might switch it up and say, hey, maybe we'll actually hold the rates at 4%. Alright, don't be surprised by that. What we're seeing right now is BTC moving just based on pricing in for the fact that maybe we might get a rate cut on December 10th. Okay, so don't fall into the newbie trap thinking that the market might pump like super crazy if we do get a rate cut on December 10th. And you know what's insane is even the market doesn't know what they want. All right, yesterday unemployment claims came out, as well as core durable goods orders monthly on monthly. Actual the numbers came out is at 216k. Jobless claims comes in lower, yet last week, right, they've been banging on about the idea that the jobs market is cooling, yet it seems that there's actually more people in work. Right, so maybe the non-farm payrolls data is actually giving us insight that the US economy is doing fine. It's doing okay. And core durable goods are also up. Seems like everything is all right so far. It's just screaming inflation. The idea, I think, okay, and I've spoken about this with my friend in Bali, he's also thinking, wow, it kind of feels like forced. The fact that when we got to Bali and then suddenly the headline switch that they're opting for a rate cut feels very forced. Why? To appease Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump has one mission, is to lower interest rates as soon as possible. Okay, because this is all to benefit his real estate business and all of his other businesses. He needs interest rates to go lower. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't seem like we need an interest rate. All right, jobs market is not cooling as expected. Inflation is still a bit sticky. Let's break it all down. Okay, let's see. Yeah. What does it mean by 216K if the jobless claims comes in lower? It's good. When this figure shows up, it's good for the dollar, bad for the euro, or bad for any assets that pairs against the US dollar, because it shows you that investors would look at it and say, oh, the economy is doing pretty okay because people are claiming less benefit. So if people are claiming less benefit, that means they're going into work. All right, that means they can then earn money and then spend it. Okay, that contributes to inflation. With that being said, core durable goods come in a bit higher, and it's not even a bit higher, it's actually a lot higher. Forecast is at 0.2%, numbers came out 0.6%, 3 times higher than what they expected. Pretty cooked, okay, because this goes to show you they're trying to justify the idea of a rate cut. And I've said this before, they're not cutting the rates because they think the economy is going to sustain that or the economy needs it, because the economy, it seems like it doesn't need it. The GDP so far hasn't contracted at all, even during government shutdown. It's been expanding. Okay, the last reading was at 3.8%. They projected 3.3%, which is much higher. Then with the government shutdown coming in, that compromises GDP, but it didn't turn out to be as bad as people think it would be. Only 1.7% got shaved off of the overall GDP. So that's about $11 billion in loss. So we're still all right, okay? So realistically, we don't need to worry about the economy, and that's the truth. So why are we cutting rates? I'm thinking it's because Donald Trump really just wants to push cutting the rates. And is this a really good thing? Because here is where you need to think critically, because yes, we do need rate cuts for crypto to pump. It's the only macro narrative that sustains the idea, right? Interest rates are the definition of markets, because it's all about borrowing costs. All right, that's the most important thing that you've got to take into your mind, because interest rates tell you when you can put your money to work, and we're going into an easing cycle. All right, if interest rates goes down, there's a lot of borrowing happening, risk on assets are going to be pumping. But the problem now is the interest rates lowering feels so forced that inflation is still a problem. Okay, you know, it's actually much beneficial that we hold interest rates higher for now. Okay, because if because that's a ticking time bomb if we lower interest rates but inflation's still high. It's going to be a ticking time bomb. It's a relief for now, but it's going to be a ticking time bomb down the line. If we do get inflation down, and that's what we really want, then you're going to see crazy parabolic moves for Bitcoin, and that spills over to altcoins, right? And as long as Bitcoin can sustain itself during these difficult times of inflation and high interest rate, the idea of the dollar being devalued because more money is being borrowed is going to be shoved into Bitcoin. So in order for Bitcoin to go up, we need a catastrophic event for fiat. But the problem is you can't kill the idea of it, all right? And it's not gonna happen overnight. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because inflation number is still very, very sticky. Still sticking at 3%. And the fact that the job market's not cooling down is still okay. It's still expanding in some sectors of the US. More spending, more inflation, right? So let's see what the forecast will be like for January 28th. Higher odds for 25 basis point cut, holding rates to 11.1%, 50 basis point cut at 22.6%. March, 75 basis point. Talks of 75 basis point cut from here, 8.4%. April, wow, 100 basis points cut, 2.2%. That's in the talks. I'm really hoping from January to April, we will see pretty good bounces for Bitcoin, but at the back of it, the most important part is inflation. Okay, I think till now, inflation's still sticky, and that's making the Fed scratch their head because you can't keep moving the goalposts all the time. 1 minute you're focusing on inflation, then another minute you're focusing on labor market data. Make up your mind, right? That's the big headache for crypto. So far today was really, really strong in terms of price action for BTC. Asia open Thursday. Is this UTC? No, it's not. This was actually last night. Yeah, last night. This was US session. Yeah, US session went from 87 in 2 hours, went to 89. Stalled there for 4 hours, then continually grinded up slowly. Made a high at 91.9k. At what time was this? 10 a.m. Hong Kong time. Now we're stalling at these ranges again. If there's going to be a pullback, it better pull back towards here and not lower. Okay, because if we break this low, we're fucking screwed. Okay, so pull back here, then continue grinding higher. Eventual target would be these areas. Okay, these areas, because we've had 4 consecutive bearish closes. And if you zoom out all the time, impulsive moves correct 50% almost always. So that brings our figure between 96 to 100k. Okay? Protolist says, Michael said he bought Martin a 5090 as a Christmas bonus. What did you get, Ron? I got a pat on the back. Good job. There you go. Good job. Keep it going. In other news, just very recently, Upbit suffered a $37 million hack on Solana assets. Halts withdrawals. Said it identified 540 billion Korean won worth of abnormal withdrawal of various currencies on the Solana from the platform. I think as of now, Sol didn't take a big hit. It's just an internal crisis with Upbit. But this goes to show you that don't put all of your assets on centralized exchanges. I'm really starting to see the value of this now, of just moving your assets to on-chain wallet. Better yet, if you have a cold wallet, store it in there as well. All right, Ledger, Trezor. Best to put your funds there. Okay, otherwise this could happen. And also another news from Korea, crazy. Last night I was seeing Zion pump to nearly $1. Okay, it's still not making me happy, but I was wondering why is it pumping so hard, like in an hour. Apparently, BitHump listed Zion token. This goes to show you, man, especially these times, South Korea are insane when it comes to pumponomics. But you know what's annoying me right now? Look at the price of Zion. Hey, I don't know, the laws of thermodynamics or whatever. The more violent the pump, goes to show you the retrace is also just as violent, which is also pretty okay. Oh, it actually went to as high as $1.27. Now it's at 65 cents, correcting, let's see, more than 50% of it. So if it's gonna continue pumping, we want to see a structural change here. For the time being, it's still lower high, lower low territory for Zion. Okay, so it's not just BTC, but I'm also genuinely starting to be interested in meme coins now, especially off of Fartcoin, really rallying. So I have said last week, looking for Fartcoin swing long. This was at 22 cents. So what I've been doing is I've just been scalping Fartcoin every day, which is crazy. Made 500 on lighter, scalping 4 days of longs. That's it. It's so simple because the market structure is so clean. It's respected since 22 cents. Every time there's a pullback, 30% of that gets corrected. Right here, roughly. From here, to here, and this works for every time frame too. From this move to that move, 30% gets corrected, then pump up. From here to here, corrected more, but eventually it bounced. From here to here, corrected 50%, then bounce. From here to here, corrected 50% already. Now it's stalling at that area, and I think it can continue higher. So what's the news? Why is Fartcoin pumping? So it appears that large-scale whale activity. On-chain data indicates top wallets have accumulated more than 100 million Fartcoin, valued at roughly $30 million since late October, according to Nansen. So apparently this narrative is holding itself pretty well. If BTC pumps, memes would also pump. If risk on territory is on for BTC, think memes would come first, then alts. Because a lot of the gains I've been seeing in Bali now is memes are leading first rather than alts. Okay? So pay attention to alts. You can see also a lot of CT has been talking a lot about alts. About memes as well. Sorry, pay attention to memes first, then alts, because if it's risk on territory, memes would follow BTC. So it seems on-chain data doesn't lie. Whales are accumulating Fartcoin. And let's also see in the high time frame, how far can it go? Sure. On a daily. Okay, the October 10th one, from here to here. Already corrected here, so that move is done. I think from here it just comes down to supply and demand, since all 50% moves have already been corrected. Will there be a follow-up? Not just $30 million buy from the whale, but will there be more? That's the question. Is the appetite of retail getting stronger or not? Oh yeah, and this also ties in with Solana ETF. Crazy, by the way. Oh, look at that. Crazy. November 26th. Yesterday was the first net outflow, right? Yeah, 21 shares sold 247 K worth of spot Sol ETF, getting them their first red day since how long? Crazy. It's like 22 days, the streak. 22, 21. But all in all, Sol ETF activity seems really, really strong too. Like, this is a very impressive debut. Think about it. More than 20 days consecutive inflow. And it's serious money too. Valued in USD. So, and it's only 8 million outflow. Right? But look at these numbers. This one's quiet, but still. Total net inflow, 277 mil in Sol ETF. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yes. For an update you guys on Monad, so I have sold my Mon tokens. I sold it at 36 cents, netted 3,000 USDC from the Mon tokens I got. And right now Mon is pumping. Do I feel bad about it? Nah, not really. Profit is profit. But so far, it seems Mon is holding at these areas. Unless this 4-hour candle closes pretty bearish, then it might seek to find balance here, the previous area where I sold. And I was thinking, why is Mon pumping? Because usually when a high valuation project like this do their airdrop, they list their tokens, usually you'd see a dump, like instantly, and it won't recover back towards its listing price. But then I realized, oh yeah, they're not listed on Binance. The Monad case study has clearly shown CT one thing. Projects that avoid listing on Binance right from the start tend to enjoy much healthier and more sustainable price action. Case in point, we saw that with Hyperliquid. Right? We saw that with Hyperliquid. They chose to stay off Binance and major exchanges from day one, and their price has been remarkably strong and steady ever since TGE. Even till now, is Hyperliquid not on Binance? Let me see. Hyperliquid. Yeah, even till now, look at that. Wow. It's like they've been avoiding Binance like a plague. Wow. Okay. Okay. So the moral of the story, I guess, is if you still have Mon tokens, because I know some of you guys got Mon airdrops, and you're still holding, not financial advice, but if they're looking for a Binance listing, maybe consider to sell. Maybe. So right now, what I've done with the USDC that I've sold, I've just rotated it to base, park it in Arma to earn more yields, and preparing for the Season 2 airdrop. Because I think it's coming soon. It should be, because they did say Season 2 will be for this year. So I assume latest will be next month. But I'm not going to be surprised if they still hold off on delaying the Season 2 airdrops. Considering, the price of Giza right now, not doing too hot. Not doing too hot, but it's okay. Good thing we sold Giza at 30 cents. Was it higher? It was here. 30 something cents as well. Parked it in USD, just USDC, and just used their product. So, man, it's true what Llama said. USDT stablecoins yield farm is really a powerful ally during times of uncertainty. Speaking of USDT, it seems the dominance is dropping slightly, but not too big yet. Historically, whenever USDT dominance comes towards the 6% area here, this was August 2024, the Japan carry trade incident, right? Then here, the April tariff lows of this year, if it closes bearish, it would continue to go down. And that's a good thing for Bitcoin and altcoins, because if that means people are buying with USDT. Last week was at a high of 6.7%. Holy crap, that's actually really high. Means people are selling their assets for USDT last week, park it in a yield farm. So far, it looks like they're sort of taking on a bit more risk right now. Now it's just below 6%. How low can this go? Corrected here already. So here, corrected. So I'd expect it to go. Oh, it's already corrected 50%. So if it breaks structure here, retest, go down, that would be in line with the interest rate story getting cut, or the interest rates getting cut story. This is what you want to see if you want BTC to pump, if you want alts to pump. People will be using their USDT more to buy rather than park it in a yield farm. So now it's coming down a bit slightly, but it wouldn't happen overnight. J2 says, I am hype maxi from now on. I will buy all the hype I can if market offers sub 20. Let's actually take a look at that. Hype USDT. Is this the oldest chart? KuCoin. Sub 20. Let's look at it from top down. Top down. That's a possibility, right? Because the October 10th, October 10th liquidation, that wick still hasn't been filled. This structure is already broken here since November 20th, November 21st. Now it's sort of retesting that area, then maybe continue downwards to fill, then go up. So that would actually be a very cheap buy. I might also be looking for that. I think my thesis is simple. For the alts that haven't completely eaten the October 10th Binance liquidation cascade, I think they'll continue to bleed. The ones that have already eaten the wick is ETH. Alright, we're trading below the wick now. Sol already eaten, so projection should be higher for these two. Soy hasn't eaten yet. Soy's low was at 56 cents. Oh my god, that'd be scary. XRP as well. XRP, look at that, not even close. The wick low is $1.25. Now it's at $2.20. So I think alts might continue to bleed if BTC dominance continues to go up in December. That's I think that's also the consensus as well. The general consensus on CT is BTC will just lead. Alts will pump, but their pair against BTC will bleed, so the buying strength is not as high. But right now, Sol BTC is, I think, flipping, right? Sort of. Still lower high, lower low territory, but it is attacking this lower high. Can it continue to pump up? That's the question. So if Sol BTC pumps here, then I'll be looking for that 50%. And then if that move comes, I'll be looking to accumulate Sol. Not just to hold as well, but also look for staking plays for Sol. I think that would be like good bang for my buck. For the time being, I still have a lot of my assets in USDC, which is crazy because I took the time to compile all of my wallets, excluding stables, all of my alts, including EVM, including Cosmos, including other chains. They're now only worth 23k. Okay, at their peak, it was at 314k. Okay, what's the percentage change for that? 314, 23 percentage change. My alts are down 92%, brother. Okay. It's pretty sad looking back at it, but also at the same time, it's fucking hilarious. Hilarious! Some might say. Yeah, I think not much to look out for now. For now, be cautiously optimistic for BTC's pump, because I think it will continue to pump. I mean, it has to correct. And it's only gonna go so far as to correct 50% of last 4 weeks price action. 4 consecutive bearish closes. When was the last time we had 4 consecutive bearish close? This one was 3, but it's not a big move. Alright, here 1, 2. This was the tariff, the start of the tariff. Then it ranged here for 2 months, then continued to bounce up. Even the new low that was created at 74k in the first week of April, that week closed bullish. See? Like, that's what we want to see. Which also explains why we're still in extreme fear territory, which is amazing. Because look at this, like during March and during April, we were only in extreme fear for 3 days. Here for 2 days, then back up towards fear, then towards neutral, then greed. Now look at this, we've been in extreme fear since November 15. How many days has it been? It's been 12 days. We're still at extreme fear territory. Look, it's also crazy how this year, based on the CMC Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we've never been in extreme greed territory. Never, not once. The euphoria phase is still not there. We were when Trump got elected as president, but never this year. And we didn't even stay very long in the greed area. Wow. Oh my god. Yeah, look at that. Like, BTC hit all-time high. What day was that? October 6th. There. October 6th. The fear and greed index was still at neutral. Okay? So the explosive move will come, but we just don't know when. Especially given how murky the situation is right now in the when it comes to macro. Very murky. So be cautiously optimistic for now. Don't time the bottom. Just play range by range. Okay, it's 406. Can we get an opportunity to scalp? J2 says, already have a bag at 32, but my thesis was BTC to hit 886 fib and then pump back to the 50-week moving average. Might sell my hype spot bag earlier in case dominance starts catching up. Don't want to get chopped up if BTC corrects down to 85k with dominance going up with it. Yeah, that's I think a lot of people on CT are expecting that to happen in December, where BTC just chops down but dominance goes up, meaning alts will bleed even more to BTC. So any pumps we're seeing right now is just cautiously optimistic. Do it on later. Protolis says, remember 10 out of October 10th affected the sex listed alts a lot more. Exactly. And the market makers who are providing liquidity for those alts, they're not here. They're gone. Wintermute decided not to sue Binance, but it doesn't mean they still have it doesn't mean they don't have a hole in their order in their balance sheet, right? That's why you're seeing even the smallest amount of order can drive price really, really violently. It seems like we're overextending now towards the high. I'm looking for a scalp short. XAU. Alright. Let's do some prep. Corrected already, 50%. Here to here, corrected 50%. Here to here, 50%. Now we're ranging. Yeah, looking for a short. Can't even do now, actually, to be honest. Stops here, maybe. What about the 30-minute? 30-minute open closes. There's one here. Okay, I'll wait for price to break this low, then come and retest 50%. We'll look for a short. Bull trap or bear trap? I think it's not a trap. I think the market just doesn't know what they want to do. But the underlying problem is inflation. It's still sticky. if you want a clean pump, right? If you want BTC to have a clean parabolic pump, you need to address inflation. You need to address inflation, because otherwise it's a ticking time bomb down the line. Okay. One hour wick is higher. 30-minute. Big move to the downside. I guess we'll wait for a retest here and then we'll short. It's already going. It's already going. Shit. I was talking too much. Oh my god, the move was already here. Fuck. Made a high, break that low, retest 50%. GG. But it didn't happen at the time I want it to happen. Usually I want to see this structure forming 30 minutes into the hour. But I've been noticing sometimes it just goes ahead. It doesn't care. Interval-based trading doesn't seem much respected in BTC. Oh, let's see actually. Let's see if it climbs back up. Maybe we can do a fractal. We'll just chase it. Stops here instead. Yee. Ugly risk to reward. No! How's it going, man? We're back in the studio. We back in the office. It already went on without me. What about Fartcoin? Fartcoin had been treating me well in Bali. Look at these wins. 42, 91, 200, 61. I think Note said, is this a different strategy? No, it's the same strategy. I just, instead of 1 minute, I go 5, sometimes 15, because I don't mind sitting in the trade for the day. So moves like this. 5 minute. There. Here as well, small moves. But yeah, you see here, mostly just Fartcoin, dude. Where's Martin? Martin's there, outside. You want Martin to join? But I think he's busy. Alright, let's go back to BTC. Let's see if we can scalp this. I mean, technically. Ooh, look at that. I'm thinking perhaps tonight could be bearish for US. You see this move here? This never got filled. Plus here to here. This area never got filled. These areas never got retested. So 88K. Don't know when. Maybe tonight. Now it's shifted bearish here off of this move. But we have been ranging here for how many hours? 6 hours now. 6 hours here. Retested 50%. Yeah, the move is gone. Here, this was our initial move. 50% of that, then short here, stops here. Target 50% of the bigger move. Now it's climbing back up. Will there be an opportunity to short? Perhaps, but it's not cleaner. Fortcoin was paying for bitches for everyone. I posted a play to earn airdrop run. It's on Monad Network. You know what's actually interesting? Monad apps are, they sound good on paper, but I only use Monorail for now. Is it this one? Lumitera Game. Let me share it. Oh, Mon tokens and rewards. Okay, that is sexy. Okay. As long as Monad doesn't get listed on Binance, I think it's worth a shot. Lumitera. Okay, survival season already started 2 days ago. The game looks like that. Okay. Can do. Alright. Remind me to make an account. $4.17. Yeah. Fence sitter, yeah. But win rate getting slightly better now because I'm not catching every move. Minute maybe. High time frame I think can continue going up because this was the new high at 11 a.m. 10:50 a.m. Hong Kong time. So its lower high was here or here. So if I'm looking for a swing short for the day, I want to see this getting broken, retest and continue down towards 88K. But now it looks bullish still. So any short should definitely be low time frame. Client funding account still alive or gone? Still alive. Still alive. Fun part is that Lumitera can run on browser, so we can play without needing to download anything. Okay. But the UI look crap. Oh, right, on browser. For some reason I was thinking browser extension. Okay, maybe retest here and then we take the short. Seems like it's coming back towards here. But if it goes on without us, we'll wait for the bigger lows to get broken. Okay. This move to this move, the mean of that move is here. So we want to target, I guess, here. How many lighter points so far? 9. Is the OTC still $50 per 1 point? Okay, 422. Okay, here we go. Not watching order flow on my Mac. Another email account. This email already done. I really want to go to toilet, but the setup is coming. Okay, corrected 50. Now I just want to see rejection, then we short target here. We zoom in. We'll keep trailing. Target here. Are bias short today? Only in the next few minutes. High time frame bias is still bullish. Okay, made a new high here. Fractal shift. Ideally, I want to see it pump a bit more, then break that low. Because now it needs this low to be broken, but the risk to reward for that is not sexy. Wait a minute, what? Yeah. Okay. It's broken. We go now. It looks pretty ass, dude. Risk $5. I go bathroom. Bear back. Are we still in? Ay. Hello, Anita Cho. Goofy says, why does every young think they know the market when they just got in, stop listening to find a new good old one? Why are you here then? Bye-bye. Okay, low's broken. QNC has the only buy or strong buy. What's that? What's QNC? It's the camera. Come back to Hong Kong, bro. Let's meet up again. Like, bro, clearly you're new to this channel, this goofy guy. I've been around this space for 3 years. I've surrounded myself with investors, institutional investors, market analysts. I've been on a trading floor. I've learned about market auction theory firsthand from pros, okay? The people that actually trade in competitions and trade in hedge funds. Okay? I'm not fucking young, bro. I'm pushing 30. Maybe let's not ask for more. But eventually, I feel like it wants to retest these areas. So it's actually not such a bad ask. Right? Today I'm trading with Cointrax prop firm. I got there. Dude, oh my god. I actually saw an ad where they're selling 100k accounts for $1. I don't know if that's real. I don't know what's the name of that place. But I was scrolling through IG and they were selling for $1. Yeah, man. I'm too easily rage baited. Maybe 1-to-1 here was actually decent. Now it's reversing. Because that candle looks bullish. The wick here getting absorbed fast. But hey, man, all I'm saying is I made 6 figures. I made 6 figures not knowing the market. Oh, fuck you. Stopped out. The system is taking forever. $7 loss. All good. Actually would have been better. It was 1R. For a tight stop loss like that, should have been 1R. That's a different prop and they have sus rules. I bet it's the withdrawal. Okay. Let's see. Yo, Pearl, let's come to Hong Kong, bro. Pull up. Let's have a meal or something. Coffee's on us. Okay, so to end off the stream, just be cautiously optimistic about BTC. In terms of technicals, this 50% correction is inevitable. We have 4 previous weekly closes bearish, so 50% of that corrected is very likely. Use this fib and plot out every time the market has dumped. Look at that, actually 4 consecutively here. June. Over. Here. Over. Here. How long did this take though? From 96K to from here to this low. Next week got corrected 50%. From here to here. The same week it corrected 50%, then continued higher. From here to here. Yeah. This was June, May, and June. Then you had the new all-time high at 124K. 2 weeks later, corrected 50%. Here. Here. So eventually we'll see 96K or 100K. Alright, so take good care of yourselves, boys. My name is Ron. Wait, what? Check Monad pin post. They posted an entire thread about apps. Oh yeah. They had like four different ones, 4 different articles. I saw the one about social apps. This one. Yeah, DeFi, consumer app, on-chain trading. But I already moved my USDC from Monad to Base. Maybe worth a look, actually. Alright, my name is Ron.